Good morning. Do you sometimes just have like these little dilemmas that show up in your world that would be no problem for somebody else? Yeah, I do. I have these things like on a regular basis. And then I kind of get on this hamster wheel where it's like, well, I could do this to solve it, but then this stops me. So I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Got a snowblower. Got one about 3 or 4 years ago. Well, which probably means it's 5 or 6, but you know how that works. Anyway, I've had it for a while and it works well. Initially it worked first pull every time, but you know, I drained the gas out of there, I burned it all off, and it was working this year until it ran out of gas. I went out to get some new gas and then I couldn't get it to start. And so you prime it a few times and you pull and then it's like, well, I've got the choke on, and you try every variation in between. You know, the choke, maybe I primed it too much, so then you give it some time. And you know how cold it's been, so to go out and plow or shovel or whatever, like you're bundled up like the Michelin Man, and then you try pulling that thing like 100 times, you're like 1,000 degrees inside and sweating, and it's just not doing anything. And yeah, I wish it was just like I could laugh at myself, oh, I forgot to turn the key on, or I didn't have any gas in it. I had brand new gas in it, and it was running fine. But so I hate to spend money when I could fix it, so I asked a few other people, and they came up with the idea of the spark plug and the gas line. I had all kinds of good things that I could check out. And you know what? In May, I think I would be content to go out in the garage when it's 64 degrees and take a look at it. But when the garage is 12 degrees and I'm not handy to begin with, and then I'm going to be touching metal, that's just not going to be my thing, okay? And so finally I thought, oh, I've got this app on my phone. You can get almost anything done. It didn't list that. So then I thought, Paul, you haven't asked Jesus to help you with the lawn or with the snowblower. Can you imagine just Jesus out there sometime with his sandals on, like, I got this for you? That would be awesome. I think he wouldn't wear sandals in Chicago in winter. Yeah, but what does the Bible say? James says you have not because you ask not. So I went out, I'm just like the preacher, praying over the snow thrower, okay? It's like this is going to do it. Have the key right, I prime it just right, and maybe I thought I hadn't primed it. Anyway, but Jesus, now it's like, again, pull it about 20 times and nothing. And I finally say, okay, that's it. But I don't mind praying over something like that because, I've done silly things. When I first became a Christian, I just thought, well, if I pray and trust, I could walk on water. I tried that once on this old small lake we used to live on, and I wore good shoes because I believed. And Jesus, I think, had a really good laugh at that. So anyway, I finally gave up. I was just going to go for a walk. Yeah, it's too cold to work in my garage, but walking and praying, that's where we're kind of conundrums even to ourselves. So I decided to go for a little stroll. At the end of my driveway, here's my next door neighbor, Al. I've already got the people that cut my grass. That was a rite of passage when I stopped cutting the grass, like it was when I started when I was 13. But I have the people that cut his grass, that cut mine. He's a few years older, and he's pretty handy. And like I said, I apologize for my driveway. There's so much snow on it, and it's kind of a mess. It's the eyesore of the cul-de-sac. And he said, I just had to take my snowblower. And I said, really? Where'd you take it? And he said, to Carlson's, the True Value right here in Wheaton. And I said, he goes, they specialize in, and I go, Toro? He said, yeah, Toro. I'm like, but that's what I have. Well, long story short, I threw it in the back of my wife's SUV this morning, took it over there, and she's going to pick it up. It's all fixed. It's ready to go. The point of the story is that I didn't ask. But when I finally asked, so God didn't do the miracle and shovel the snow for me or heal my... But he brought a person, not Yelp, but he brought a person to the end of my driveway with the exact answer to the question that I had. How to get my Toro snow blower fixed. And on top of it, I've been driving through downtown Wheaton on a regular basis because I've been playing tennis at the Wheaton Sports Center. And so twice, 3 times, this last week probably 5 times, I drove right past Carlson's. It was right there. I drove right past it. So maybe the answer you're looking for is closer than you think. You have not because you ask not. Ask God. He might not do it the way you think, but I believe he'll come through. Have a great day.